This is your city.
Hold yourself up. Let's go. Bring him up there. Let's go. Mind your coach. Finish your set.
Your home. Your opportunity.
It's all about energy. It's all about effort. It's all about getting better.
To make a name for yourself,
going all the way down
your community,
the field. Touchdown USF.
your family. To reach higher and fight harder.
Leveled the return man.
And show the world
Right, he busted up the middle and he's gone again.
why South Florida football is called Bull Strong. When the Bulls win, you win at Wendy's. Wendy's is a proud partner of USF Athletics. And when the Bulls play, you win. Get a free small fry after each Bulls football game and score a free small Frosty when they win. Valid for 24 hours after any game day at participating Tampa area Wendy's locations. No purchase necessary.
He has now set a USF single game rushing record. Touchdown USF! Blake Barnett on a keeper. And they will run on first down and splitting the seam and going all the way down the field for a huge gain. Goes long, and this is picked off by Mike Hampton. Bulls defense digging in. A foot race to the end zone, and nobody is gonna get him.
Bull Strong Inside USF Football is presented by Wendy's. When the Bulls win, you win at Wendy's. And by Coca-Cola. Hooters. Tampa General Hospital. USF Health.
Here we go. Group 3, you're down. Here we go.
Tampa area, I mean, I don't know how many superlatives you can say. It's one of the best cities in the country. Obviously, the weather is unbelievable. I think Tampa is a hidden gem, I would say.
Tampa's nice, and the weather's nice here. The people are nice. Just being able to play in Tampa is not too far from home. Having my parents just drive up maybe 3 to 4 hours just to come and watch us play is always nice.
It feels good knowing each and every game you got friends and family out there supporting you. That's the biggest thing for me. That's the reason why I stayed here and wanted to play for the school.
Being close to home is great. I got a lot of my family comes to every game. They drive 3 hours every game, every home game, but they love coming to it. It's a good city to be in. I do enjoy being in Tampa, living over here. I wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
I challenge you to find another city where you get the Gulf breezes, okay? You get that beautiful blue water, the beaches. You have a city here, pro sports. I mean, you have everything you could imagine. The zoo, Busch Gardens, anything you could ever do, you can do in Tampa. And I just don't think there's any other place like it.
Effort's got to be automatic on every day, on everything you do. Just make sure that we're ready to go. It's all about energy. It's all about effort. It's all about getting better, all right?
Coach Moore and his staff have done a great job in terms of getting our guys stronger in the weight room, because that's what we need to be. We need to open up and play against these teams that we're playing against, and we got to go strength for strength.
Hands down. Hands down. Let's ride.
We're trying to get our kids bigger, faster, stronger. We're continually to change up things in the weight room for the better of our players, using some scientific things to make sure that those guys are getting what they need to get done.
I think our strength and conditioning staff has done an unbelievable job in getting the kids prepared. And I have to give credit to a lot of these kids individually, because they've taken the onus on themselves to make sure that they're, getting stronger and taking care of their bodies. And you see that a lot more this year than you have in years past.
Stay up. Everybody stay up. Stay up. Let's go. Everybody up. Everybody up.
Can't be tired, Cody. Come on.
Down. Down. Go down. Go.
Great job, Clayton.
We have the opportunity to develop young men, and so that's big, I know, in Coach Strong, his philosophy, and we try to do that. You know, we feel like if we can develop them into great young men, then we're going to get some great football players on the field.
When I tell a parent in recruiting that when you give me your son, when I give your son back to you, I want to make sure I give them a young man that knows how to handle adversity, a young man that wants to be successful, a young man that understands what being successful is, a young man that someday wants to have a family, but it's all about you developing that young man as a person and you watching him, and then when he leaves here, how he grows and he becomes a person you expect him to become.
And then Coach Strong, you know, when we bring in guys, you know, the first thing he talks about are our 5 core values. You know, honesty, treating women with respect, no stealing, no drugs, no weapons. And when you hold young men to those standards, you know, in the weight room, in that academic center, you know, in the community, they understand what to expect. And a lot of times they won't let you down because they take pride in being USF Bulls.
Get the popcorn ready. You know what I'm saying? They got to understand. They got to see a group of young men, a team from the standpoint of energy. We're gonna feed off their energy. They're gonna feed off our energy, making plays, getting after people, down in and down out. When we step across that white line, it's business for 60 minutes.
Oh, they're gonna see exciting football. You know, we can't dwell on the past. Whatever happened in the past is the past. This is the next year, and so the 2019 edition of USF football is going to be exciting. It's going to be fun to watch, and it's going to be competitive.
I think one thing that you're going to see is I think, a disciplined football team. Coach Strong is really big in that. Offensively, I hope you see a lot of excitement, a lot of explosive plays. But one thing that we really pride ourselves on our side of the ball is to be very, very disciplined and execute at a very high level.
You want to see speed, and we want to see a team that's working as one. Everybody's happy when we score. Everybody's excited to play. Everybody's excited to show out for our home crowd.
I think they're going to see guys who won't quit. They're going to see guys that compete and fight, and they're going to see a bunch of guys who are vested in this program.
You want to see a team. You want to see a team that has come together, a team that understands that it's going to take all of them to go compete, but a team that's aggressive, a team that represents this university the right way, represents the city the right way, but a team that you enjoy watching to go play.
We all understand football. There's highs and lows, but we ask the fans, stay with us in the highs as well as the lows. Don't be sitting there, you know, we lose a game and it's all lost. No, it's not. Unfortunately, we made a mistake, but we'll get it back.
Yeah, you want to see a disciplined football team who are playing together, you know, and playing with great effort and great speed, great physicality and toughness. And at the end of the day, a winning football program. I mean, that's what we want to be. We want to win, and we will that this year.
He has now set a USF single game rushing record. Touchdown USF! Blake Barnett on a keeper. And they will run on first down and splitting the seam and going all the way down the field for a huge gain. Throws long, and this is picked off by Mike Hampton. Bulls defense digging in. A foot race to the end zone, and nobody is gonna get him.
One of the most anticipated openers in South Florida history had Wisconsin visiting Raymond James Stadium, the highest-ranked team the Bulls had played in an opener since they beat Notre Dame to start 2011. There was an electricity in the air early around the stadium, with tickets in the lower bowl at a premium. Fans were anxious to see a team that had won 5 straight season openers.
Oh, there you go. I'm from Wisconsin, but I graduated here. Go Bulls!
USF has appeared in the top 25 rankings each of the last 3 seasons. Like the fans, the players too were anxious to test themselves on national TV in a rare Week 1 matchup of perennially ranked programs. The green and gold family back together again, ready to start the Labor Day weekend by creating a party atmosphere of their own.
Hey, go Bulls, baby. Let's go Bulls. Go Bulls.
The magic of the mystery of newness had all looking forward to their first glimpse of many new Bulls, as well as a lot of the players that have helped make the program so successful in recent years. Bulls Strong. Inside USF Football is brought to you by Wendy's. The frenzied energy of South Florida fans had to be put on hold a little longer due to a weather delay. They had been anticipating the excitement of this one ever since last season ended. This was no ordinary game. Number 19, Wisconsin, was the highest-ranked opponent the Bulls had ever faced in a home opener. Finally, it was time to get the 2019 season underway.
Number 19, Wisconsin, coming on the road to take on the Bulls of South Florida in front of one of the best crowds and atmospheres, I think, in the history of this South Florida program.
The 23rd season for USF football, a program that has already appeared in 10 bowl games, including the last 4 seasons in a row.
It's almost cruel having to wait all summer long and then wait an extra hour for the players, for the coaches, and yeah, even for the broadcasters. But at long last, after our weather delay, and the place kicker for the Bulls of South Florida as toe meets leather here in 2019, the college football season begins.
Charlie Strong is now in his 3rd season leading the Bulls, and one of the challenges in Game 1 was Heisman candidate Jonathan Taylor.
Taylor gets away from one, but not a second would-be tackler in the backfield, taken down. And Kirk Livingstone ultimately was the guy who got him on the ground. A nice play by the South Florida team defense for the negative yardage play.
With many new faces, including 12 Power 5 transfers and 3 true freshmen who saw action, this was a get-your-feet-wet game.
And I think Jordan Cronkright ended up getting the first down. That was nice power running by him. That looked like a good delivery to Jannard Phillips, but he could not hang on.
After a tight first quarter, the Badgers pulled away in the second. There were certainly bright spots and players who performed well.
Play snapped, and they hand it off on 3rd and long. So that's interesting. Groshek didn't even get back to the original line of scrimmage. Darius Slade, one of the transfers that USF feels like is going to lead a resurgence on the defensive side of the ball.
4 transfers started on defense, none making a bigger splash than Patrick Macon.
So Taylor goes down. Patrick Macon, one of the grad transfers, leading the way on defense.
Macon's 15 tackles, the most by a Bull in 6 years. A new-look unit showing much potential.
Leading 7-0. Pressure comes. Cohn is going down. Apparently he didn't see Greg Reeves coming right at him.
The Bulls have 5 new coaches on the staff and also are working on a new offense. With so much being new, growing pains are expected, but there were positive glimpses of the future.
Can they come up with a big play on defense? Cohn will throw nearly to the other team.
That's another good job by Patrick Macon, the middle linebacker, making good, sound, fundamental tackles.
Macon had a great debut. 4 tackles for a loss and a forced fumble.
Nice delivery, but the ball's on the turf. And scooped up by South Florida. I think whistled out of bounds. So the play is dead.
The important thing for a college football team is that they improve as the season goes on. As Coach Charlie Strong said afterwards, you don't point fingers, you go back to work. The Bulls' next assignment, a trip to Atlanta to play Georgia Tech.
There's a lot going on in Tampa.
I mean, from where we sit right now, we're 30 minutes from one of the top beaches in the country at a dynamic downtown with a beautiful river walk.
I mean, I love Tampa. I love this area. That's one of the reasons I decided to come to school here. You know, for me, it's home, which is something that not everyone else has as well, but I just love it.
I like the beach. So, like, when I was up north, I couldn't go to the beach. Being in Tampa, I like the weather. And it's nice. I like the environment of campus. Everyone's nice. Everyone's outgoing and respectful, so I like it.
I wouldn't switch it for anything, you know. Playing in front of these fans and this atmosphere is pretty wonderful, and I've loved every minute of it.
Well, why not Tampa? This is one of the most dynamic places, most exciting places, and the growth that we're seeing in the downtown area, unbelievable. Yeah, it's the 11th largest media market in the country, and I could not be more excited to be here in Tampa.
The Bull Strong postgame report is presented by USF Health.
A very disappointing, very embarrassing loss. You know, when you had a crowd that we had, the crowd tonight, and then had to wait for over an hour and a half, and we go out and play the way we played, it was no reason for that. And as a head coach, you know, I thought I had them ready to play, and I guess I didn't, and we showed it.
This is not USF football. This is not the way we want to be. This is not the way I'm going to go out as a senior. I think that, you know, we have the fight in us, and I think that, you know, next week is a big challenge, and it's something, you know, they're coming off his loss as well, and it's something that, you know, we just have to push as hard and prove that this isn't us.
Barnett, a couple of fakes. In the pocket is going to throw down the middle, and the pass is knocked away.
We had the drops on offense early, kind of took the momentum out of us, and then it's more like it was just almost like we just lost confidence. And then when we lost that confidence, we were never able to get back on track.
The team that played out there tonight is not the team that we are. You know, a lot of mental errors, lack of execution, lack of effort, and you know, it stems from everyone. So you know, that's myself included. A lot of things that we need to improve on. Not saying that we aren't able to, because I think we're fully capable of. Like I said, that's not the team that we are.
Just trying to just pick up on the guys like around me. Being on with that score is definitely hard, you know, mentally, and you have the younger guys, but just trying to talk to those guys and trying to pick them up.
You try and keep everyone's head up, including myself. There were a lot of things that I felt like we all didn't do collectively, and myself personally, there are a lot of things that we could have done better, and I think that you have to just go in and watch the film and do everything and make sure that everything that you did wrong this week gets corrected next week.
So it was really frustrating tonight, but you know, I can guarantee everyone that we're going to do everything we can to come back this week and prepare for Georgia Tech and you know, come out firing for that game.
Being on the road and just being in that type of atmosphere, it brings a team closer.
You don't point fingers. Now we got to go back to work. And we talked about what we have to do as a team. We got to go get it done now. And there's more. All the talking needs to stop, and we need to start showing.
Bull Strong Inside USF Football is presented by Wendy's. When the Bulls win, you win at Wendy's. And by Coca-Cola. Hooters. Tampa General Hospital. USF Health.
Here we go. Group 3, you're down. Here we go.
He has now set a USF single game rushing record. Touchdown, USF! Blake Barnett on a keeper. And they will run on first down and splitting the seam and going all the way down the field for a huge gain. Throws long, and this is picked off by Mike Hampton. Bulls defense digging in. A foot race to the end zone, and nobody is going to get him.